And with 133 cardinal electors, that means 89 is a two-thirds majority. Black smoke from the chimney means the Cardinals did not come to an agreement on a two-thirds majority and will vote again, while white means they have picked a new leader. The decision could take anywhere from a few hours to a few days to, in
Oh,
many
there's
cases,
8 left.
years. Theologian and Fox News contributor Jonathan Morris standing
8
by.
motherfuckers. So nobody has as much money as I do at this table. I am in big blind next hand. I'm gonna stall like a Russian. I'm gonna stall like Leningrad.
What happened?
Just started. I just folded first hand.
Oh, I
Okay.
was in the other room. You're taping up the box. But it sounded like to me that you lost.
No, I said I'm stalling like Leningrad. I'm
Check.
watching the Pope stuff. You religious?
Oh, yeah, 130 some on Cardinals
Check.
there.
133. You got to have 89 vote for the Pope to make it happen.
Yeah.
They're expecting. I'm hoping Timothy Dolan, our cardinal in New York, gets it. I mean, there's an outside chance he could. That's probably a very slim outside chance, but that would be awesome to have the Pope an American.
Yes.
And Dolan is a great cardinal. He's awesome. He's been around since before 9/11. He was Bush's 9/11 religious what do you call it
Check.
advisor. So he's been around a long time, and he's very smart. He knows how to talk to the common person and make them understand what he believes. You know what I mean? I've listened to him quite a bit, and he's very good.
Yeah. Now, 133 of them. And they have to stay sequestered until they come up with someone. My
Yep.
thought was this morning, they're going to be there for days and days.
Well, the longest amount of time it's taken was 2.5 years, but that was before they did this sequestering. So since they've done the sequestering where they seal the doors and make them do it, and they don't have tablets, they don't got phones, they don't got nothing.
Right.
It's just them. And 2.5 days was as long as it's taken. Is the longest. So within 2 days we're gonna have a pope, and they'll be done within 2 days. It'll probably be today. They're waiting for the smoke to puff here right now, and they got one cardinal in there that the European cardinals all picked this one cardinal. I can't remember what his name is right now off the top of my head, but they think he's going to be overwhelmingly picked, and it might be the first pick ever. So, and they're expecting the smoke to puff here any minute for the first vote, because the first vote usually happens and is done within about 2 hours of the sequestering. I got a queen, 2 queens. And so they got the live visual on the chimney right now, waiting for smoke to puff. And from what I hear, I think it's possible the first vote could be a white smoke,
Really?
Cool.
which would be incredible. All right, I got a caller. Oh, he's got a spade draw. Sit down, rubber pants. Yes, sir. Now I got 450,000.
Oh, you are doing awesome. Any more bots in there?
Yeah, the bot that has the chip lead.
And who is that?
Vote for Pedro. He's got 528. I've got 450, and there's 6 of us left now, so it's final table as soon as they get us all together.
So how long is this vote for Pedro or whatever?
Oh, he's been there forever. He's been there forever.
Oh, I've never noticed.
Yeah. It doesn't say vote for Pedro. It's spelled with a 3 and a, it's kind of weird how it's spelled.
I'll watch because I said that.
Oh, Darson. Now we got 5. Final table, 5 of us.
Okay, so I was going to ask you something about the Cardinals. Okay, they're sequestered. They can't talk to each other. But
to each other while they're behind. The sequestered Cardinals can all. That's what they're doing is they're talking.
Oh, I thought they couldn't. Oh, I.
No, they can't talk outside to us, to anybody outside the doors. They can't speak to anybody out there, get any information, no nothing. It's just the Cardinals in there. They're locked in a room and they're all talking. And so, they can all talk and mingle amongst themselves, and they'll go in little groups and whatever and discuss shit, and then they'll come together and do the vote. And then if it's 85% or what is it again? 65%? I can't remember, 85, whatever the percentage is. If it's not, they'll puff black smoke, and they'll go back in and deliberate some more and talk some more. And what they do is, like, say the first vote has 10 different Cardinals voted for.
Yeah.
They'll cut the bottom 5 and say you can't vote for them. You can only vote for these 5. So then they'll have another vote, and then if they don't get it on that one, they'll say you can't vote for these 2, only these 3. And so then it whittles it down, and then that's how they get the decision made.
That makes sense now. Because to me, I was thinking.
Yeah, because you'd always be voting for your guy, and you'd be like, you got 5 votes here, 10 votes there, and so when they had the first vote, they cut it in half. After that, no vote, then the bottom half of the people, you can't vote for any of them. You can only vote for the 5 that had the most votes. And if it happens again, then they do the same thing. They cut it in half. They say you can't vote for those 2 now. You can only vote for these 2.
Fold.
It's I don't know if you've ever seen Survivor.
No.
It does make sense then. It could be today or tomorrow.
Right. Well, it's gonna be today or tomorrow. Yeah, it'll be done by Friday. We'll know who the Pope is.
So my misunderstanding made me walk away because I wasn't sitting in front of the TV. It caught my attention, so I stopped. I was in the kitchen and I was listening. But I must have misunderstood because I thought it was just going to go on.
No. They used to, and like I said, the longest was like 2.5 years they went without a Pope. They kept, but it's because you can vote for whoever, and they never cut it down, and you could leave, and you go home, and nobody gives a fuck. But you're stuck in a room, and 133 other guys, and it's like you don't want to stay there. It's the 16th chapel. I understand.
It surprises me. It's not like our president and vice president. If our president should happen to up and croak, then JD steps in. So that's not how it is.
No, they don't. They reselect everyone. See, the first and only person that was able to do that was Saint Joseph himself, right? He picked the 3 succeeding popes after he died. He picked who was going to be the preceding. You're going to be Pope when I die, and when you die, he's going to be Pope, and when you die, he's going to be Pope, right? And after that, they've never done that again. That was the original. He was the only one that was able to do that. And then after that, they made it so that every single time they die, they gather the top. You can't be over 80. You have to be under 80 years old. So if you're not under 80, you can't be a pope. And there's a couple other stipulations too. And so the ones that there's 476 cardinals in the world, but only 133 of them make the qualifications. That's why there's only 133 there. They're all under 80. They all check all the boxes. So it's not like every cardinal in the world can come and be a pope. Try to be You have there's like 3 or 4 things. Like the president, you have to be born in America. You have to be over 45. There's certain things like that with them too. So if you don't meet that criteria, you're not going to be considered. So there's lots of cardinals all over the world, but most of them are like over 80, or they're sick, right? If you're super sick and you're not very healthy, they're not going to make you a pope because that's just stupid. So they don't want to do it as often as possible. They want to do it as least amount. They want the pope to be the pope as long. Yeah.
Give the new pope a chance to get in there and get himself established.
Right.
I was shocked. I was shocked when I woke up and found out the Pope died because they were making it sound like he's doing so much better.
Well, it was kind of poetic how he died on Easter, day after Easter, when Jesus was resurrected, right? So they said that if he would have asked, if somebody would have said, "Hey, how do you want to die, Pope Francis?" He died exactly how he wanted to die. He was able to bless his people and go out and say his thing and be there, and then he died the day Jesus was resurrected. Come on, get the fuck out of here. So
what I was thinking, you got to admire him because he was so sickly then.
Yeah.
He still got out to be with all the people.
Yeah.
And
well, he was my favorite. He was my favorite pope because he was a true pope. He loved the common folks, the poor, and the sick. And that's where we need the pope. We don't need the pope for people that are fucking rich and go in there and donate money and blah, blah, blah. We need the pope for people that are impoverished, in need. And if he was in his pope mobile or his car and he saw somebody holding a baby up, or there was somebody in a wheelchair that you could see was visually fucked up, he would make the car stop and get out and bless that person. He would get out and touch them and say, "God bless you," and give them their thanks or whatever. And that's just, it just makes goosebumps all over my body just knowing that he was like that, so.
Just a very down-to-earth.
Very easy, and he didn't live in the Vatican. He lived in the hotel outside the Vatican, or not the Vatican, but they have a home for the Pope. I can't think of it right now. It's in the what the fuck? Oh, I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah, I can't
anyway, there's a home that the Pope lives in. And he chose not to live there. He wanted to live outside of that because he didn't want to be, perceived as higher than, you or me. He wanted to be like us. So and the fucking funny part is that the place he stayed is more comfortable than the Pope House. As you think about it, the Pope House is like, how many hundreds of thousands of years old. It's old and it's, the weather gets in and it's a but it's the Pope House. That's why it's so big. But he lives in the hotel that's outside of that, and it's actually nicer and more comfortable. But it doesn't.
I expect to hear your review on who they choose.
Yeah, oh yeah, you'll hear it.
If he's good. Oh no, I guess I'll be able to judge.
Well, he's got 700,000 now. Damn.
You do?
No, vote for Pedro. See, it's a little V, a big 0, a little T, a 3, and a 4. Pedro. So if you read it and look, it doesn't look like vote for Pedro, but if you look at it, you can see, it says vote for Pedro.
Okay, yep.
So you've seen him before. It's just you don't recognize it because it seems like VOT34. What the fuck is he doing? But
yes. Yep. He's been on my campus.
Yeah. One more gone. Olex is out. We're down to 4. Pedro's got 1 million. He just keeps knocking everybody off. I got ace 7. I'm gonna go. Pedro's out. Got the other two guys. Oh, they both folded, so I just grabbed another 80,000. So I'm over 5 now.
Okay, you said Pedro's out?
No, he was out of that hand.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I went all in and stole the blinds.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw suggestions. This game, that they should leave it open for the people to continue watching the TV.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree 100%. There's a couple things that
I'm out.
they need to do different. Get rid of the bots, period. No bots. No fucking bots. They can't get a ticket. They can't go to the main event. What the fuck are they even in here for? And if they do have them, you know, and they put it like when there's 30 people and they put 6 fucking bots and they put them all on one table, put one on each table. There's 6 tables. Put one bot on each table and let them try to find their way out. You don't let them all go all in and team up and give one bot $500,000 to start, you know? That's bullshit.
I hate going in after you taught me just to keep going and go back and see how many are in there. I scroll down, there's no bots. It might be at like 30. Oh, I'm still not going in. I'm still not going in. But what was weird, this game was the first one. But I went in thinking, okay, the most that could actually get in there is 2 to 3 bots. There was 6 in there when the game started.
And all on the final table. You know, it's stupid. And I guess it makes sense because you're sitting. Most people sit down as they buy in, so the tables get full, right? And then when they put the bots in at the very end, when the time runs out, they just do it to fill up the seats, and that's the last table, which sucks, you know.
That leads me to this question I had for you. So when I go in, I scroll down to see who's in there. So I'm still not in there yet. So whoever's on the top, if I go in then, I'll be on their table?
No.
Oh, it's just random.
You can go in, you can try to go in and get on the first table or the last table. And you wait till the last second and go in, you'll get on the last table. If you go in right away, you'll get in on the first table. But other than that, it's just, you don't know how many people have actually sat down or if they're just sitting in the lobby waiting to sit down, you know. Because it counts the people when you buy in, not when you sit down. So I've sat in the lobby and not got sat down until 5 seconds to go. So I get the last table. But if I go in as soon as I buy in, I'm going to sit at the first table. Right?
Then when you showed me, wait right to the bitter end, and if it fills up, and then you go in to get another table. But here's what I found: they fill that up with bots.
Yeah. Well, you're going to have 7, 8, 10 people, but they're going to be all bots. Yeah. And it doesn't work out like that all the time, because I've been in time where there's 7 and it's all people, but they put 3 on one table and 4 on another. So well, the blinds are so small, it doesn't really matter, you know, at the beginning, and then they merge the tables together as soon as 1 or 2 people get knocked out. Ace 4. And Pedro got hit. Pedro got hit by Chris too. Okay, I'm gonna sit back. So now we got Chris is 470, Pedro's at 750, I'm at 430. So I'm in third, but the money evened out a little bit more. That's good. I was going to go all in right there, but I saw that and figured no. Because I thought he had over $1 million still. Oh, Ace 4, I wouldn't have done very good, although.
That's when I sit back and say,
check.
Oh, I'll just let them beat each other up.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of doing. But I thought Pedro was over $1 million, and I was just going to say fuck it and go all in and try to steal these other 2 blinds. But I noticed he got hit while we were talking. Now he's down under 700. Oh, now I wish I was in. I hope Chris has a 10 or a 7. Pedro's either going to take him out and be over $1 million again, or Pedro's going to be down low and Chris will be at $1 million. Oh, 6 queen. He's got a flush draw. Oh, 2 of them are all in, so this could be down to 2 people if Vito wins. 2 king. What the fuck are you thinking?
Yeah. No,
Oh, and a boat on the board, so they all tie. Tens,
that's what I was just saying.
2 10s, 3 7s. 2 10s, 3 7s. Yep, they all tied.
That pisses me off, and
I know.
Back down.
Yeah,
And try.
pisses me off too. I fucking hate a tie. Go to your kicker. Queen 6 of hearts. I don't have to do anything, but I'm gonna be big blind 32 grand on the next hand. Queen 6 of
Have
hearts.
a better pocket.
Yeah, I'm gonna let it go. See if we can knock somebody else out before I get my point, and then I'll be a little more aggressive. Need to lose one guy. He's got 42 grand. This Jay Botar, and the rest of us are over 400. So we need to get rid of him, and then I'll be a little more aggressive here.
How many over?
4. One that's got 42 grand, and the rest of us are over 450, almost 500 grand and higher. Oh, now I get big blind 64. It just raised to 64. That's fucking. I always get the first big blind, man. It just sucks. It always lines up on me.
I can't keep track of when the blind is ready to change.
Well, every 10 minutes. So every 10 minutes is when it changes.
Raise.
Oh.
He just raised. I got a Jack King. I'm going all in. Fuck it. Come on. Pedro raised half his stack, and I went all in. Okay, Chris is calling me, so I'm out if he wins, and I'm out if Pedro wins. So let's win. Pedro's all in. This is going to be a monster pot. 1.5.
Are you winning with King what?
Jack King, and he's got Jack King. Oh, come on. What's this guy? What's the other guy got? Let's see what the other guy's got. Queen 9.
Huh.
5 3 4 4
Oh, the
10.
Oh, looks.
So I think me and Vito split Chris's money. Yep. So we got I got 650,000. Pedro's got $1 million, and the third guy's got 40 grand. I'm small blind, 32,000. Pedro just raised 380,000. I got a queen 10. I'm going.
Raise.
good for the straight.
Raise.
So he called. So this is it. This is for the game. He's got a 7-9 of clubs. I got a queen 10, queen of clubs. And little small fries got nothing. I don't give a fuck what you got. You only had 42,000 in it. Kiss my ass, Jigget. Go get us some water. Go get it. Go get us some water. Yeah, that's all right. He can have it as long as I get the rest. Oh, he got it with the fucking 7. Are you fucking kidding me, man? Wow, he ended up getting a full fucking house with the 7. 2 2 2 and a 7 on the board, and he won with the boat. What the? I mean, that's what I'm talking about, man. The fucking appearance of impropriety is so fucked up in this game, man. You know, even if they're not fucked up, it's the